with me in its recording position. So we'll just learn about the for loop. So more about the for loop. So one question today being asked by Shaival, that how can we use the comma within the for loop. So we'll just see that one first. Suppose I have two variables, and in a case I have to manipulate both the variables, and then I will just do some kind of calculations. Suppose I'll just go with the for loop, which is calculating two different things. So let's see how we can see that one. For int I is equal to starting is 1, comma. Just watch, Shaibal. This is where I'm using comma. J is equal to 1. So I have a two statement I have written over here, and I will just write I is less than equal to 10. Means 10 time of any kind of calculation I want to show you. So that calculation will be there. So I'll write I plus plus comma j plus equal to 2. So here also I have used two comma statement. Shaival, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to manipulate something and show you some kind of information. So please see system dot out dot println. I'm writing some values. One value is I, then plus, and then I am going to give you some multiplication symbol. With I is going to be manipulated with the J, and then I want to give some gap, and then I write equal to, and then gap, then I give plus symbol, and within bracket I into J, and then I just write this particular statement completed. So I'll just compile this program to show you the other part, but before that I'll just remove this particular part which is not required in my program. So we just look at this one. I compile. Okay, you can see there is no syntax error is coming on the screen. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can see
Yes,
the
sir.
output screen or not, you will let me know, because output screen sometime it do not appears on the screen. I have to appear it. Can you see my output screen?
Yes, sir. Now it is appearing.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
1 into 1, 1 into 2 into 3, 3 into 5, 4 into 7, 5 into 9, 6 into 11, 7 into 13, 8 into 15, 9 into 17, 10 into 19. So if you just check what I have done, I have created one loop of one that is actually printing the multiplication value of 1 into 1, 1 into 2 into 3, 3 into 5, 4 into 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is manipulated with the help of I, and the next one is manipulated with the help of J. So J is actually 1, 3, 5, 7 and all. So both the numbers I have manipulated in my one loop, and then I have printed the output with the printing statement. So this is a series I have generated and this series I have generated with the help of two variables. One is I, another is J. So I is a continuous counter, whereas J is another counter, but that is an odd number counter. So odd number multiplication with values with coming over here. So you can see over here. So we'll get back into the program and just check what exactly is the program. Program is very simple. Can you see the program?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, dear. And I'm explaining that part is with the help of I and J. So I and J are the two variables, and how you can use a comma in your for loop. You can see. I believe it's okay,
Sir,
Shaival. Yes, dear.
sir, I am sir, in the for last sprint, J is equals to J plus 2. Sir, you have written. Sir, but
Uh-huh.
we can write J. Sir, can't we write J plus 2 directly?
No, J equal to J plus 2 I can write. That I can write. I can write that statement also. Here, instead of this, I can write J is equal to J plus 2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This is the same thing. J plus equal to 2 or J is equal to J plus 2, meaning is
Short,
same. Okay.
it's a shorthand.
It's a shorthand. So shorthand, remember we use most of the time in the shorthand in the Java. Okay. That is the reason we learned that particular part. Okay. Can I move to the next program? Shaival, is it
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Okay, so I have explained the part of for loop, and now we are moving towards the another loop that is called do while loop. Uh, do while loop is very interesting. While loop, sorry, first I will explain the while loop and then I'll go for the do while loop. While loop is okay. Ankit, please ask the question. You have raised the hands. Please, Ankit, ask the question.
Sir,
Hmm.
yes, sir.
You tell me.
Sir, I want to ask that what is the meaning of loop?
Loop means a repetition of process with a specific statements. That's called loop. Loop is repetition of process. Suppose you are traveling with a cycle and your cycle is in a gear. So gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. How the speed increases and keep pressing, that is because of loop. Actually, they are shifting from your chain from one particular gear to another particular gear, and every gear is having some kind of loop created, and number of time it should be repeating. So similarly in the program, when we want to repeat a process for a specific number of time or specific condition of time, then we use that loop. So here the loop is here you can see that I is equal to 1 and I is less than equal to 10. That means it is a controlling of loop which is controlled by I for specific number of times. Here J doesn't have any kind of control. J is just incrementing itself with the process. Is it clear? Is it clear? Ankit? Ankit, is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I cannot hear you. Anyway, now we move into the next
Yes,
part.
sir.
Okay, next we move part is while loop. Okay, okay, Ankit. Again, any more question, Ankit? Your hands
No,
is still
sir.
your hands is raised. Please lower the hands. Okay, so we move into the next part. Next part is a while loop. What is while? While loop is again a conditional loop which executes with a specific condition. And the difference in this one, for loop and while loop, is now modern days both are same loop. Both act according to the condition provided. So if you just see this program, how I can change this program, it's the same program. I will just write here. If you just see here, this I and J, I am just selecting that part. Can you see? I'm selecting that part. I say control and X and I remove that part. Did I remove the part? You can see only syntactual difference is there. Okay. There is no other difference than syntactual difference over here. So you can see here that I have just taken that I and J out of the group, and then I kept all remaining parts similar. So if I want that part, these are the parts I want. So these are the part I want, say control and X I take. This part also I put it over here, control and V. Now, if you watch the for loop, this for loop is acting same way, exactly the same way. Okay, I have not given semicolon over here. Sorry, I'll give the semicolon. The for loop will act same way. The way it is. What is the problem? Semicolon is not given.
Sir,
Change.
I plus plus you need to give a semicolon.
Oh, I plus plus. I have say sorry. Here I have a two statement, and those two statement needs to be separated. Yeah. So if I just give this one as a semicolon, and then if I just compile over here, and then you will find the result remains same. So here, what is happening only syntextually they are different. This is what exactly condition dependent. Now my condition is I is less than equal to 10. That is the reason this particular loop will be moving for 10 times. But if I just remove this part and make it I is greater than, say, greater than uh, 1. Now, if I say I is greater than 1, then only this loop will be moving. So I just go for the compilation and I give the I is greater than this. Now you will find that there will be no output actually. If I just click over here, there will be no output. Why no output? The object is created, but no output is there. The reason behind this no output is I have another output box. That output box has no nothing to over there. So what is the reason behind this particular no output? Because the I is not greater than 1. That is the reason the execution did not take place. Okay, so I'll open the editor. You can see here I is 1, I is not greater than 1. That means the condition is false. And what is the meaning of this? This means is for loop is also a entry control loop. So there is a, when you write the difference between for loop and while loop, don't write this statement that both one is entry control loop, another is conditional loop, and those all rubbish words, you don't use them. Okay, so this is a word here, both of them are entry control loop. Here this is an entry control, I have proved already. Now similarly, if I just change this particular statement to while, and then it is a loop, it is also a same loop, and in this case I don't require this semicolon over here. Only I need is a condition. So because if I just have to say what is the structure of while loop, I will say, everybody note down in the copy, the structure of while loop is while, round bracket open, condition, round bracket close, scope open. You can see the scope is already open, body of the loop, and then scope close. So here body of the loop I have already written, whatever I have written for the previous one, here also I have written the same way. And I will write this same program how I have written for the this for loop, where I have repeated for 10 times. So I'll just go for this 10 less than equal to 10, and the process of increment is within the body. And previous one also I have shown you that within the for loop how I have kept that within the for loop how I have kept the process of increment and all. So same way here I do. I go for compilation. There is no syntax error, as you can see. And then I go for close options, and then I just go for the execution. So when I execute, I get the same results as I got in the previous cases. So I'll just go for the output box. Yeah, output box is here. So 2 times the output is coming. First time I have shown you the output. This is the second time output. I believe you can see. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Please
Yes, sir.
response so that I can understand that you are watching properly and the execution is going to your places. So we get here. So 1 to 10, how it is incremented. Same way it is incremented over here. First loop was for loop. Second loop was the while loop. And how I have controlled the while loop is same way. Actually, while loop and for loop doesn't have any difference nowadays. Okay. So that is what exactly I proved over here. So you can see how the for loop and while loop are similar. They are similar. There is no difference. Only syntactically there are difference. In the case of for loop, you have to initial the value and then you have to increment the value. Within the for loop, you can, there is a syntactically you can have a facility, but if you don't want, you can keep them outside and all. So there is no difference as such, but only syntactical difference is there. 2 semicolon you have to use within the for loop, which is not there in the while loop. That is what exactly the difference. Otherwise, there is no difference as such. Both are entry control loop. Now, in the while loop, I have shown you this particular number. I think it will be, it is okay. So I'll just go on repeating some of the programs. write a program to write a program to print the sum of first 20 positive numbers if with the help of a while. If I have to do, but how I will do, so I will not use this j and all. So in that case, only first 20 positive number means the condition is changed. As I said, positive number of first 20 positive number should be 20. And only thing I need one more variable is called int, that is will be sum. So some variable will be starting with 0. So you are going to print the sum of the digits. So before I add this particular things, I have to go for s is equal to s plus I, and then s plus I. And then I have to give semicolon, and here my printing also needs to be changed. How I'll change, because I will be printing this one as a plus. And how long I will give this plus, like I'll just go on adding so numbers. So it should not be print ln, it should be print. And finally, when I will finish my this loop, at the end of the loop I will get the sum value, and that value I want to print outside the loop. This is what exactly I explained while I was explaining the inside from the school. So that time also I said the same thing. So here I go, system dot out dot print ln. What you are going to print ln, you can say equal to plus s, and that is the sum of the total will come. Okay, so let's see how the output comes and how it looks like. And just to go for close options, I'll just go for the execution, and my program execution is coming on the screen. So you can see 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus, like this way. If I go on adding up till 20, the result is 210. Can you see? Yes, Shauna, can you see? All of
Yes,
you can
sir.
see? Okay, please check that you can see. Okay, so that is the output. Output is coming on the screen. How the output is coming? Why the output is coming 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus, like this way, side by side? Because I have used print. And very interesting thing, watch here. My cursor is here. So this cursor is in the next line. You can see my cursor is on top of the cursor. So that cursor is on the next line. Why that is in the next line? Because at the end, when you print s, you have print s with the print ln. So after printing the value of s, it is taking the value to the next line, which is ln. So we can check over here what was the program, and you can just see. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I
Yes,
just
yes, sir.
if I just go for another question, this question is print the sum of first 20 odd numbers. First 20 odd numbers. There is two ways of doing this one that I will show you. First 20 odd numbers. Print the sum of first 20 odd numbers. This is the simple question. So what are the changes you want to make? Ankit, Jyoti, where you want to make the changes? You tell me. Ankit, Jyoti, where you want to make the changes? You tell me. Ankit, Jyoti, I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir.
Where should I make the changes? First 20 odd numbers. Okay, Shaival has already raised the hand. Okay, Shaival, you want to interfere? Get in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The change that we have to make is I is equals to I plus 2.
Is equal to I plus 2 means the first 20 odd numbers you will get.
Sir,
You
we have
will
to print
get
the sum,
only
no?
first 10 odd numbers. You will get only first 10 odd numbers. If I give I is equal to I plus 2, you will get first 10 odd numbers. You check 1, 3, 5, 7, like this. You count up till 19, you get the only first 10 odd numbers. Where is first 20 odd numbers? I said first 20 odd numbers. So Shaunak wants to interfere. Shaunak, tell me.
So in place of 20, it will be 40.
Ah, this is one of the way. It's right. Instead of 20, it should be 40. And then first two changes you have to say properly. Okay. So whenever you are going to interfere, be confident and then be interfering. And here is should be I plus equal to 2. So what will happen over here? Then I will get first 20 odd numbers. So I'll get first 20 odd numbers now. Okay. So now the program is okay. Now it is first 20 odd numbers. You can take the screenshot. This is the first 20 odd numbers we will get. This is one of the way. Anybody, any changes somewhere else if I make, and I want to go with the, this fellow Shaibal's logic, that I is equal to I plus 2, I will make, that is not the logic. Actually, some kind of things he want to say, but he could not say. That also we can do. What we can do is, I'll show you. I'll just take another variable, j.
Another variable, yes, sir.
J is equal to 1. Very simple, this one. And I is equal to 1. And in that case, I'm changing the program. Everybody just see. I'm writing I plus plus, and before with that, I'm going to make J plus equal to 2. Okay. So what I did here, I am counter. My counter is I, but my summation will be with J. And in that case, I can go with 20 only. So what will happen? I is a counter which will be counting 20 times, and J is another variable which actually holds the odd number. Odd number is not held with the I. I is counting and J is holding the odd numbers, and I am summing up the odd numbers. These are logical things. Very simple. It looks very simple, but it's a huge logic behind it. Because you need, sometime you may not be looking at the counter and the summation, you cannot go for the same variable. Then how to manipulate them? These are the way we can manipulate them. I'm explaining that part over here, where I want to manipulate some kind of values which cannot be manipulated with the counter variable. For that, I need a separate variable. So in this case, I have used a separate variable j, which actually manipulating my values. So very careful over here. So when we look at this kind of program here, some logical explanation is there. It's not the physically, the program may be, say, previous one was easier, this one may be a little bit complex, but that doesn't make difference. What makes difference is the logic. So why I am using this logic, that is what exactly is going to what exactly is going to be the important over here. So I just compile this one and I find out there is no syntax error. So I'll just close this one and then I move into the program execution. I believe you can see the output. If you cannot see, please let me know. Can you see the output?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So
Sir, but here it is, this showing up till 20, and these are all, not all odd numbers.
just 1 second. It is showing the I. That is the reason it is. I'm showing the all the wrong numbers over here because I'm showing I. I should be showing J. Why I have shown I? I should be showing J. So when I show the J, then it will be showing the all odd numbers. Summation is coming all right, but only the values which I was displaying, that was wrong. Now it is coming. Okay.
Yes, 39, 37. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is coming. Actually, the I and J, that was the difference. I was displaying the J value, different value over here. So everybody, is it clear? And some of the participants has gone. What is this? This is not the way. Yes. Shaival, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I move back to the program again? So this is one of the, these are the simple way of doing the things. And when we do, there may be some kind of explanation requirement for some of the variables and all. I have already explained over here. So let me go into the another program. In this program, you want to print the table of any 3 numbers. So when I want to print the table of three numbers, I'll just go for a table of three numbers. So I go for, this is a table number, okay? So I'll just go for T, a table number, okay? I just change the variable. The table number is equal to 1. Say table of 5 I want to go, and then I want to go for 5 table, 7 tables and 9 tables. So everybody just watch carefully. I want to go for 5 tables, 7 tables and 9 tables. So I'm writing this table will be repeating. So this should be 1 to 10, and every time it should be 1 to 10. So I'll just I have to change this sequence. Here the table I'm going to print. So first table starting with 5, second table will be while uh, t is less than equal to 9. So 3 tables I want to print, 5, 7 and 9. I'm going to print them. I'm going to show you. So here I have a int I is equal to 1. So here when it will come back, the I value will become 1. And when I go that way and I just look at this one very carefully, so I'm going to print the table of 5 first. So I'll just write here one statement, system dot out dot print ln, and what I'm going to print is uh, table of and then the number. Okay, table of whose table I'm going to print. I'm going to print the t's table. So table of t, remember this is a table of t. Okay, so I just go for table of t, and I just have a things over here. So I press I can press any number and then continue, that also possible. So this is what exactly system.out.print. What I want to print is a table of the number. So it should be t, and then I'll just give a blank space, and then I'll give a multiplication, and then I'll give a sorry, here one I have missed out is a plus. I have missed out plus, again plus, and then I. So t into I, and then I give another plus symbol, and I give a equal to, then I give a value of this one is t into I. So I just go for t into I, and that is the value which I want to print. So that is the table value. And then finally, when I go over here, I don't need these all. S is not required. I is required. I have to be incrementing I, and J is not required over here. So this is what exactly the loop should print. And here I will be printing the system.out.println, but print any value over here. So I'll just want to go for the next line after printing the table of first one. Then I want to go for, and this time I want to increment the value of t is equal to t plus is equal to 2. So t will be incremented over here with a 2. So 5, 7, and 9 will be here. You can see my condition counted over there. So let me compile the program. Okay, I compiled. There is no syntax error. Now you can see the 3 tables on the screen. So while you see the screen, if you have any problem, you can tell me. So here we go, table of 5, table of 7, table of 9. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So table
Yes,
of
sir.
5, table of 7, table of 9. So this is called loop inside a loop. This is a nested loop. So if you don't have to worry about it, what is there, what is not there, what exactly it is and all. So you have,
once again to the output, sir.
First check this one. Program is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 5, 7 and 9 table will come on the screen. So I'll just close it, and once more I'll show you the output. You want to see the output? Let's get into the output. Okay. So can you see? 5, 7, and 9 stable?
But sir, here is a problem is here.
No problem. Actually, there is a space is required. Only one space I have to give.
Sir?
Yeah. One space I
Yes,
have
sir.
to. I have to
Yes,
give
sir.
one space actually. The space it is not taking. That is the reason it is giving you that particular problem, which you want to say. Okay, this is a space I give, and that is enough. Okay, so you have to give one space over here. So let me see. I'll just. You want to see the output is a. Okay, just one space. If it is given, everything will be okay. Oh my God. Again, the space is required at the end also. Oh, space is required at the end also. Okay, one more space I need. System.out.println space to given. Acha. Space is not required there. Space is required here. Sorry, dear. This is the space is required over here. Just one space is required over here. That is only the space problem. Nothing else. The program is all right. Only the space is required to be printed at the end. That is what exactly. Now you can see. Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
The space is required at the end of it. So space is required at the end of the printing of each values. So while I was inside the loop, I should have printed the space. So here the space is printed, and then you can see 7 into 1, 7 into 2, 7 into 3, into 9 into 1, 9 into 2. So everything is okay now. Okay, everybody? Have you seen
Yes, sir.
the
So this was a program of nested loop, nested while, no?
nested while? This is a nested while. I can go for the nested for also, same program. Later on I will do. We have finished the while loop. So any question, any doubts about the while loop can be asked. I have already worked out the input also. So input and while both we have a for loop, input and while we have completed. So anything regarding the input regarding the for, regarding while, if you have any queries, you can ask me. Shaival, others, if you have any queries, please do it, because we have less than 2 minutes time. We are within a 2 minutes time. Anybody having any doubts? Anybody? So I take no doubts, and that's all for the day. So we will meet again in the next class. Bye, everybody.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear.